Hey, hi, my name is Chris. Every day I do a vlog, and if you could like, subscribe, or maybe hit that bell notification, I'd really appreciate it. Every day I talk about something uniquely different. And today, the work treadmill. Do you ever feel like you're on that work treadmill? Constantly on it, working, just striving, trying to make as much money as you can in order to just live almost a basic lifestyle. Seems that way, especially here in the UK. Taxes are set to go up. The cost of living obviously is pretty high here, and I've just literally bought fuel. I've obviously done a little shop, and when I say a little shop, I mean a little shop, and I've probably spent about £70 throughout all that. Not an awful lot of money given the UK, but it used to be a lot of money. But work, it seems to occupy an awful lot of people's time. Overtime, working just to pay the bills, just to make things work. And for a lot of people, that is a reality. I read a sad story the other day that lots of dads who are separated from their kids are paying horrendous child maintenance bills. They're living in cars and vans. They can't afford mortgages or properties. And that's a reality in this country for thousands. And that I find is absolutely shocking. I feel that work today does dominate your life. I also read recently, I think it's the Danish who have got this work-life balance kind of sorted, and they literally are working 4 days a week. They have a 3-day rest period, and by all accounts it's supposed to be the best thing ever for people, and it's improved people's not only their family life, their personal lives, but also their work life, because I gather productivity is up. If you're not so tired, if you are going to work for 4 days and giving those 4 days everything, I guess that kind of makes sense. So I wonder what you think about that. Should we all be on a 4-day week? Should it be a reality for most people? Well, let's see, let's find out. But work does take over an awful lot of people's lives. Now, bearing in mind we are here for such a short time, whatever you're going to do, you've got to make sure that it's meaningful work, whatever you're doing. And an awful lot of people live for the weekends. They don't have meaningful work. And if you don't have meaningful work, well, it means that you're just wishing your time away. I guess you've got to be happy. You've got to be happy with the people that you work with, and you've also got to be happy doing what you're doing. If you don't like being a farmer, I guess, you know, working in fields, being out there in all the weathers, you probably would want to migrate to a completely opposite role. And I guess equipping yourself to be able to do that means acquiring a new skill normally. So you're going to have to, maybe in your spare time, if you are working, learn that new skill, get that skill in place, and then migrate to that new role. I think probably that's what most people do. And of course, online we've all seen these videos where people appear to be giving up their jobs because they're sick of the rat race, and they're going off to other countries in order to live a more sustainable lifestyle for them. And I wonder what the realities are for these people who actually go and do that. Work is necessary in life so that you can live comfortably. Nothing is given to you. You have to work at it. That's the whole point of life, I guess, to be able to build something for yourself and maintain that and do that. But ultimately, life is about doing something, I think, that you really love. And there's a small I guess, portion of society that actually do that. There are people who just love what they do, and some people love it so much they will probably do it for nothing. And the fact that they get paid, that's a bonus. So that's the position you've really got to put yourself in. You've got to put yourself in a position to be able to have employment where you love what you do. And there are some jobs out there that even if you're not completely committed, they're actually okay. They're actually okay to do because they afford you the opportunity to go and do other things. And that's maybe not a bad place to be as well. But ultimately, I think the goal should be live the life you want, do the thing that you want to do. It's very easy, isn't it? When I think the best position in life is when you're in your 20s. You more than likely might be still living at home. If you have the opportunity then in your 20s to pursue all those occupational ideas that you had in your mind to find the one thing that would be meaningful to you, that's the time to do it. Maybe even a little bit in your 30s. But by the time you hit your 40s, you're kind of thinking, actually I'm kind of set here and this is what I like doing. But I think sometimes life can catch up with you. And what do I mean by that? Well, life can be that I guess technology, there's new advances in all sorts of areas in our lives. When I was a kid, I could never have dreamt about the internet. I could never have dreamt about social media. But life slowly has caught up with me, and it's given me a passion to pursue things that I never, even as a kid, thought about. So maybe we need to factor that into our lives, especially in the West, as we go forward technologically and we understand that life is rapidly changing. Maybe being prepared for those changes, maybe going for those changes, maybe doing those things which would give us an advantage. And just for example, there's a revolution going on at the moment. I posted a video the other day about AI and I was talking about grief, and I had a lot of positive comments about that. AI really is an incredible advancement. There's been a lot written about the fact that we should be afraid of it, but it's a human technology. So I believe that we should at all costs be thinking about how we can utilize this technology into our lives. And work should be enjoyable. If you dread every single day getting up, going there, you dread the prospect of meeting the people there, if you dread committing to the actions that work requires of you, then maybe it's time to look for another job. You can do it quietly, covertly, and my advice would be don't tell anybody you work with that you're looking for another role. They may sideline you, they may make your current prospects look even more dismal than they actually are. So pursue the things that have meaning for you. If you've got a passion or a sideline that you love doing, go after that. That's a good indicator. Go after that work balance which tips way over into your favour, so that work, it doesn't feel like work. It's funny, isn't it? I've looked at other people and I've looked at how they enjoy their work-life balance. There's a lot of people that have enjoyed it at the beginning phase of joining a company or performing a role, and then after a year or two, it becomes this mundanity about it, and you get used to being in that environment, and then you find yourself over time, maybe it doesn't tax you the way that you thought that it might. And I think part of that is down to us. We've learned the skill, we've understood this skill, we've become good at it, and now the challenge has evaporated. It's no longer there. So if you find yourself in that place, it may well be your time to pursue that new avenue, that new occupational drive to get you to be where you need to be. And I think that's quite a sensible approach. Most people don't stay in jobs today for 45 years, 50 years. It just doesn't happen, I think. And jobs are very, very transient. The thing that you thought you had as a career, well, maybe that career will end and you will go and get another career. And sometimes it can be in an avenue you never even thought of or perceived. So I think be open to the prospect of doing something that you've never done before. Try and migrate to a job which has meaning and get some value from that, and be in a position where you don't wake up every morning dreading going to work, because if you're in that position, that is just absolutely awful. On that note, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. If you could like, subscribe, or hit that bell notification, I'd appreciate that. Or maybe hype this video if you could. I'd really appreciate it. And this is part of my daily vlog series. I'll be back again tomorrow with something completely uniquely different. I'll see you then. Take care. God bless. Bye now.